What a weekend, folks. Really, Nintendo's Wii entered the console war with a blaze of fury. They're offering a new gaming experience, but will their innovation last? I mean, are there enough games? And where the hell are all the component cables and nunchucks? I'm sorry. This ain't your daddy's Nintendo. No, it's the Loop. Sense of all the Wii mania from Minneapolis, that's what I just said. Game Informer online managing editor Billy Berghammer is here, and from Los Angeles, G4 gaming expert Jeff Keighley. Welcome to the Loop, gentlemen. Jeff, I want to start with you, sir. Let's get things going, because I'm thinking just 2 or 3 days ago, all this PlayStation 3 chaos and craziness. I mean, did the mania for the Wii even compare, or did Fox News just not care because no one got shot?
I think it's a little different. I mean, you and I were both at City Walk on the weekend. I mean, there certainly were a lot of people, but, Nintendo has got a very devoted fanboy base. I think those guys came out in droves for the Wii. But I think, you look at PlayStation, the install base that PS2 had, there's just that many more people to kind of get excited about the next PlayStation. But I think, for the diehard Nintendo fans, this was just as important as the PS3 launch.
Yeah, Billy, it seemed like the excitement was there, and it seemed like there were plenty of fanboys on hand, but was it just the lack of flesh wounds and five-alarm fires that made this seem not as epic?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the one thing for the PS3 launch, a lot of people that were standing in line and waiting for them, they were going to put them on eBay. There was like 20,000 PlayStation 3s on eBay on Friday alone, and a lot of people that bought Wiis were buying them to actually play them. The store that I went to pick up my pre-order, everybody was really excited. Everybody was having a lot of fun. People were talking about what games they were getting. It was really very calm and relaxed. And
I think you just touched on something which is kind of interesting. It's almost newsworthy when someone's buying a product for the intent of actually using said product and enjoying it, which is weird. Now, Jeff, you've seen the Wiimote. You've seen it a couple times. Are you impressed with it here? Do you have fun with it? Is it as amazing as everybody says it is?
Yeah, I think it's fun. I mean, I spent a lot of the weekend playing the Wii, and I think, the Wii, sort of like the PS3 has, a couple good games, a couple really bad games. I think overall,
You think it's a gimmick, Keighley? Come on, just say it.
There's an element of gimmick to it. I think some games it works really well for. If the game is really designed for the Wii, then I played something like, Red Steel. I was just sort of horrified at playing that. I'm just like, why can't I just have a PS2 or an Xbox controller to play this game? Because I didn't really feel that the Wiimote added anything to it.
Well, that's like judging the PlayStation 3 based off Gundam, which everybody else would snicker at.
Yeah, no, but I think overall, I can't imagine a year from now playing every game with the Wiimote. Like Zelda is a great game, but I don't know if the Wiimote really makes the game that much better.
All right, Billy, I think it's an interesting point. You've seen the Wiimote and the nunchuck. In fact, you were one of the first to really see it at TGS ages ago. Does it still remain innovative to you, or is Jeff right? A year later, this thing still feels like a gimmick.
Well, I do have to agree with Jeff, on a few things. Some games work really well with it. Zelda I think Zelda is actually really fun. I get really into it. You don't have to do too much motions. It's not like have to wave your arms around like an idiot. You can.
There's
it's very
no need
casual.
to crack your 60-inch projection television from across the living room, is what you're saying.
No, I've seen people do that, but it's really not too much action. But if you want to get into it, you can. It's your option. Wii Sports, I think, is probably the best thing to demonstrate the Wiimote and the nunchuck, and it's a really simple, easy way to pick up the controller and actually first, figure out the functionality.
Well, of course, first-party Nintendo games, they work well with it. Obviously, Nintendo knows what they're doing. But, Jeff, what about the third-party support? We saw that pretty much break the GameCube in the past. Do you think Nintendo learned their lesson?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think, Red Steel, I said I'm not impressed with that. I mean, Madden is kind of fun, although I'd rather play it on a PS3 or an Xbox 360. The third-party support, a lot of it, skews really young. And I think Red Steel was one game they were talking about is for a more mature audience. That one doesn't work. Then you see, THQ with a bunch of games like that. Trauma Center I'm having a lot of fun with. I like Rayman, Raving Rabbids. There's some good games, but I still think Nintendo has a long way to go in terms of, better third-party support and unique games, not just ports of other games. I mean, EA is going to bring The Godfather to the Wii, which I'm just not sure is the right fit.
Right. As long as I can pay extra for the nunchuck add-on, thanks to EA's micropayments, then I'm happy. That's the Godfather experience. Billy, when we're dealing with next-gen games here, it's like people want to be wowed, and when they see the graphics on Gears of War, or they see Resistance Follow Man on the PS3, they do sort of get taken back, especially if they haven't gamed before, and say, wow, these things really look good. Is that a big hurdle for the Wii and getting in that casual gamer experience? Is that a big hurdle, the fact that the graphics are kind of like a GameCube 1.5?
I think yes and no. I mean, well, I guess it depends if you can find component cables.
Right.
You know, Zelda's a great example of how beautiful games can look on Wii. But the funny thing is as Nintendo said, Zelda is only pushing the power of the GameCube. It's not pushing the power of the Wii. And even looking back at certain GameCube games like Resident Evil 4, for example, that game was gorgeous, and Zelda's gorgeous too. If they can go even further than what Zelda's doing, I think, you know, I mean, obviously they're not going to be pushing PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360 capabilities around, but
nobody's really expecting
good,
that from a $250 console that could, right?
I don't think so.
All
but,
right.
you know, I think it's all about gameplay.
You're right. Billy and Jeff, I want to thank you guys for keeping us in the loop here. Interesting stuff. The true test of any successful console is being able to draw in casual gamers, especially with this generation, and of course non-gamers too. So here's a perfect gauge. When my mom starts telling me she wants the Wii, please bring it home for Turkey Day, she's, you know you've got a hit. She immediately latched onto Guitar Hero. She loves the DS Lite. She gave birth to me. I mean, there's a pattern here. This woman, she picks winners.